grand evening. I'm guessing everyone. It's Shay Seeking, and I'm back with another video. I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like a little bit of I don't know. It's like something around a little bit of oh, I just washed my hands. I should have put lotion. There's like an unease or unrest. Okay. That I'm picking up on, okay? There's something here. I just know that there's a lot of chaos energy was coming into my feed, especially on my fire stick. Like all of a sudden, everything just turned to chaos. Like all these old things started to come in, like these storylines of these horrible things, these detestable things about like people being with alien creatures, and I don't know, it was a whole bunch of like things, horrible things, like things that happen in war, things that happen in relationships and stuff like this. But I think the one thing that stuck out to me most, we got the Three of Swords in reverse and stars on the other side. Is I was watching this thing, right? And I ended up watching one of these. Some of these clips I already seen before or something like this. These are like these little movie reviews that I like to watch. We have a Hierophant in the reverse here. Okay. Now, I did that video earlier and then I just put the plug on it. Just like, let me calm down a minute. And I'm like, no, it's real. I'm going to put it out. Right? And I feel like after, like before, it's like dire energy coming in. And then there was like some type of release. After I put, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, birds. After I put the video back up. But one that stood out to me was, I remember, man, okay? Like, I never seen no horrible side of my dad, right? So this is what I'm just trying to figure out, the difference between like reality or what these beings that I've been around my whole life, why am I different? What the fuck am I? What is this? Where am I from? Like now I'm starting to be like, man, what is this? This gotta be some God shit. This gotta be some, you know what I'm saying? Something is happening. Like shit in the world is stopping or pausing or waiting, seeing what the fuck I'm doing or something. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? Whoa. I mean, I just got hit. So, you know, I don't know if beings go through this individually, if this a one thing, a one-time thing. I also feel like there is some feminine energies that are bullying. I don't know. I feel like these feminine energies killed somebody and robbed them or this group of people, this cult, or that's what they're planning on doing. And they're trying to get me to believe that this masculine energy wants to be, but he keeps coming in. So I don't get this. I'm hearing partner. It's like somebody trying to cover up a death. Like, it could even be like when it says that he was dead and then he was alive. I know these people have something hooked up to me where they can feel my vibration. They can probably feel my heart rate. It's something that I probably don't have no control over. I don't know. I don't like the fact that they got pestery energies that could be in competition with me, or that's what they want me to think, that are attached to this, whatever this is. I don't know how invasive this is. It's very invasive, and I don't like it because there's no reason for it. So we have the 7 candlesticks or pillars or kingdoms or something like this, okay? But somebody's walking away, and this is what I'm saying. I don't know what this is. I don't know who this is. But it feels like it's a very important individual or something here. All right? But where we stop that stood out to me was the one when the girl was arguing with her dad or whatever about going out with her friend. She had came back or whatever, and the dad was she had spent the night, or she slept over at a party or something like this. I guess the dad was mad at her already and kind of put her on punishment, and she snuck out the window. Now, I've never been the one to sneak out my house. I don't think I ever really snuck out my house, you know. But you know, hell, we got Chariot in reverse. Yeah, I feel like somebody's been using some type of otherworldly task force or vehicles with me throughout my life that I didn't know about. Like rides on spaceships or some shit. I don't know, y'all. This is what I'm picking up. But I remember me and my dad having this, because I wanted to go to this place called 20 Below. It was a nightclub. We got Black Magic here. And you know, my play sisters, they could go, right? And I could, you know, but it was like my dad was with their mom or whatever. So sometimes they was able to do things, or they got a yes and I didn't get the yes. And I remember one time. Okay, let's talk about the movie first. So the girl, you know, she sneaks out her room or whatever because she's acting like the dad is like taking something overboard. She sneaks out the room. She rides away to this party or whatever. That night, the boy tells her he loves her and he gives her a kiss for the first time. Right? She's like 15, 16, something like this. They wake up in the morning or whatever. He drives her back home or whatever. She give him a little quick peck or whatever, and she runs home like excited. The dad is already there. He'd been fuming up all night waiting for her to come home. So he stops her at the door, and he's kind of like finagling her at the door and everything like this, like giving her a hard time. Is that your boyfriend? You know, like all saying this stuff. Like that's her man a little bit, you know. I thought that was kind of strange. So again, while he's about to kind of like grab on her or whatever, her mom comes out, and then she kind of bursts past him and runs into her room. And so he's like, forget about it or whatever. Her mom going there. It's her and her sister on the bed. And she's like, oh my gosh, I hope it was worth it. He's going crazy or whatever. And she's like, it was. He told me that he loved me and everything like this. And so then the mom comes in and she's like, you know, what's going on? You know, you punished more and everything like this. And she was trying to act stern or whatever, but she jumped on the bed and she wanted to know what was going on with her. Now, I noticed that on the wall, I'm thinking this girl, she's like a proper teen. I mean, she looked like, if you compare her in a high school group, she would be like with the crew girls, like the preppy crew or something like this, right? She would be with like the preppy crew. J. Crew. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Like J. Crew, preppy crew. And so to see, it was a pink poster on her wall that said killing. And I'm like, what? Why does that say killing right there? And so I'm just like, okay, this is getting interesting. And so, you know, I guess time goes by a little bit, whatever. The dad starts working on something in the basement or something like this. And then one day he asked the girl to come downstairs and help him move something into this room, and he's explaining to her like it's a bomb shelter, whoop-de-woo, or whatever like this. And she's like, oh, okay. So she helped him move something in there. And when she turned around to go out the thing, he's like, oh, and this is where you're gonna be staying or whatever. And she's like, what? And so yeah, he locked her in there or whatever. He locked her in there, and then he closed up or whatever. And excuse me. When he closed the door, she turned around and she noticed she was locked in there or whatever. And so she goes over to the container that they brought in there, and there's like some of her clothes in there, just a little bit of clothes. and like a blanket and a flashlight or something like this. So she's trying to get the password or whatever in the thing, and every time she put the password in too much, the lights and stuff go off. So she had to sit there the first night with the light. So the first week, 7 days, whatever, he finally came in there, brought her some stuff throughout, like, it's like 4 years later, this many years later, he bring a little bit of food, he bring a little bit of something. Okay? Then he starts raping her, right? And then he starts having children. They have like 3 children together. She's still in the basement of the crib, y'all. She's still in the basement of the house. Okay? And her mom and her sister are still upstairs, guys. Right? So she has one baby, and there's not enough room anymore for all of them to live there. So she begged him to let the baby live upstairs with them. And so they planned this whole thing where he would go ahead. He gave her a basket and everything, put the baby in. She folded up a little letter or whatever and tucked it in the basket, right? And they went and put the baby on the front porch. And the mom's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this, woody woo, whatever. She came, she dropped this baby off, whatever." He like, "Oh really?" Acting all shocked and everything like this, right? So while she take the baby and run in the house like, "Oh my goodness," he sees the note there and he reads it. So he goes down, throw it at her in her face. And he's like, "Oh, I see your little note," or whatever like this. And so he ended up smacking her into the ground, into the brick wall, and then stomping on her arm or whatever. So she was in here birthing babies by herself with just a book, okay? Doing all these things or whatever. She's locked up in this basement. And then one day, one of the children got really sick and she couldn't breathe. And she had convinced him to, the kids were getting crazy. They were being abusive to their mother because of them being locked up into this basement. They were barking at her all the time, giving her hell or whatever. Wow. And that kind of reminded me of like when my daughters were still here, the older ones, about 2 or 3 years ago. This gave me that energy. Like it was like a war path. Like actually even at the old house, because it was really small. Like it was only like 960 square feet, and it was 6 of us, and there was 1 bathroom. So, we started about to be killing each other in that house. And so we needed a bigger house. And that's when we ended up moving here. But then I noticed that there was an uptick in like argumentative behavior. But anyways, I digress. I just wanted to say that so I didn't forget. So finally, he agrees to take him to the hospital or whatever. Their paperwork is on the table. She ends up knocking over something on top of the paper so that he would have to go get new paper. And when he got up to go get new paper, she saw police in the hallway and she ran to the police and she told them what happened. And then, they arrested the dad and took him to jail. And then they were all able to live peacefully in the house or whatever without the man. Okay? We got black magic here. So, this is making me think about... I'm sorry, I don't know when the thing stopped playing. Okay? So the girl finally gets out the basement or whatever. She planned this thing at the hospital. She went and told somebody they arrested dad or whatever like this. So this black magic right here. This made me think that somebody, like, okay, a whole kingdom is being built here. Or some kingdom building is going on now. All right? But something is telling me that this could relate to a father that kept his child in a low vibrational stupor. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be intelligent, you could be tapped in, you could be an empath, you could be all these things. But what I'm talking about is like there's a heightened sense where these builders or rulers or whatever, maybe in a collective mind, somebody blocked their child from being able to see above and beyond. Like you could have been born to be able to see. Or maybe you weren't. I'm picking up some of these children could have been, so-called kidnapped. There was another one about that too. About a girl being kidnapped. About adopted. That's what I mean. Well, maybe kidnapped or adopted. Okay. And she came to find out that, she was adopted or whatever. Okay. But we're not talking about that one right now. So let me tell you my version. When I was living in my house or whatever, by my friend or whatever, I can't remember. Me and my dad had an argument or something about me going somewhere or me going out or hanging out with a boy, you know, or something like this, or with my boyfriend or whatever. And then I remember he was like yelling and acting all crazy or whatever. And then I'm like, well, something or whatever. And we was getting into it. It was getting heated. And so I end up, you know, he was like, just forget it or whatever, gone. And so I went in my room and, you know, trying to be tough around my, you know, my play sisters or my sisters. I'm like, oh, I can't stand him. He on my nerve. I can't wait till I'm about to get up out of here when I'm 18. I'm sure about to get right up on out of here. You know, I'm just tripping in the room and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting on my bed, and I remember, like, the beds was, like, one on this side, one on this side. Like, and then one of us slept on the floor. I think one of the sisters slept on... No. Because my other sister, she had another room in the other room, but she never slept in there. We all three always slept in the same room. And so, yeah. And I remember he came in there, and then he opened up the door. He said, what? What'd you say? And I'm just like, nothing, man. No, it ain't nothing. Forget it. You know, and then he went out of the room, and they was just sitting there looking at me like, ooh, bitch. You know? And I'm like, you know, whatever, okay? So it's just made me think about that. I mean, we have death here. Now, mind you, what I'm figuring out is that these don't have to be an actual literal death, but hell, I don't know. I've been picking up on that energy lately. Even when it comes to that movie, No One Would Tell, right? With I think his name is Fred Savage, okay? And Cameron, whatever her name is, DJ from Full House. And, you know, that also reminded me of an incident of, you know, telling my tourists, like, I don't want to, you know, do this no more or whatever like this. You know, maybe we should break up for a little while. But I told y'all, I feel like somebody put spell work. I always, when I get flashbacks of these incidents, I see the 15 lovers card in my Kipper deck. Like I said, I feel like somebody manipulated the energy and puts a spell on our relationship back then. Okay? I could have still been like around 15 or something like this. And it just changed the dynamic of how I saw the Taurus, okay? From madly in love like that or whatever to, like, you know what I'm saying, feeling weird. Like, I just had to be honest because I know it wasn't my natural energy. Like, oh, I don't know, I feel grossed out sometimes. I feel like maybe we just got too close. We love each other too much. Maybe we like brother and sister or something like this. I don't know, I just got this, like, epiphany or whatever. And it just, the relationship didn't feel right anymore. But I feel like it could have been like something where somebody wanted somebody to be unattractive or grossed out or something. And I was like, I just don't know. It's making me feel like this. And then I'm wanting to experiment or something like this. And I was like, we should just break up then because I don't want no, you know, crazy shit or whatever. Let's just, you know, I'm just now growing or whatever, you know, dating this way or whatever. And, you know, maybe you want to, you know, and yeah, that's what happened. But now that I think about it in hindsight, you know, it was a long time that we was not together. It was like a year and a half or something like this, if I'm not mistaken. And he did his thing and I did mine. But really, I was talking to, you know, somebody a little bit most of that time. Right? So, I don't know. But I do remember also an argument with my dad about like that. But he knew I was only just talking to one person. And this friend of mine or this guy, well, he wasn't my friend for too long. We was going out or whatever. And, you know, he would pick me up every single day. And we would go out to eat or go to his house or whatever, watch movies or whatever we was doing. And I feel like the same thing started happening there. It just started being like this weird feeling. I don't know. But, like, he was older, so I don't know. But I'm wondering, because one day, yeah, a tower moment. Because one day, then I went home. I went back home, and it was kind of late, and I just knew my dad was just trying to start some stuff with me. And he was like, yeah, if you're going to walk around here and act like a little hoe or something like this. And I'm like, ooh, what? I'm like, because I'm I'm with the same person every day or something like this. Like, I'm already about to be 18 and everything like this. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You never see me walk. And again, black magic. So somebody could have been doing magic here on this love life, or just trying to intrude. Because I mean, it's always been this. Like, my dad never told me that he didn't like my tourists, but you know, at one point in time, he's like, yeah, you keep on talking to that boy or whatever, then I'm about to send you back to Texas with your mom. You know, so it was always like a little bit of conflict or something there. So I don't know, guys. It just made me think about that. This could be crafty counsel. Like, these people could have been already planning or already doing this, okay? Like, this is what I think, man. I think there was always in the background like a big daddy energy. Like, if my dad, let's say my dad got witchcraft on him by one of these women, or he got turned or altered by a connection, like a being connected to an incubus or succubus or some kind of spirit or something. There was still a grandfather or something. And for some of us, it could be some of the energy I'm picking up, it could be that you were adopted, or I don't know. I mean, nobody never said nothing to me, you know, or something like this, or kidnapped, or for some people it's something like this, man. I'm just picking up on a heavy presence of this. But I feel like I lived a regular life. I wasn't spoiled. I wasn't no brat or nothing like this or nothing like that. I didn't have no extra money than everybody else. Like, people around me seemed to have more and shit like this or whatever. You know, I wasn't raggedy or nothing, but I didn't have, you know. So I just think about that. Because I still feel like there was a protection, or that there's always been something here. And now all of a sudden, the universe trying to play in my face with like everybody breadcrumbing somebody. I don't know. Or breadcrumbing me with everything. Right? So I'm just thinking, like I said, I'm wondering if this dad, you know, could have been altered or swapped out or something at some point in time. If it happened either in this house or when we still had that house. Because I used to live at that house by myself while he was living at his fiance's house for a while. And then my sister came there and lived with me. But I'm thinking about this, right? Okay, let's get this straight. Because now a little piece of a memory is coming back, okay? I keep trying to remember at that house. I remember living there, okay? I remember living there. I could have sworn, y'all. This shit is about to trip me out. I'm wondering why I'm not remembering this. I could have sworn that when I was staying there, my sister ended up coming stand there with me. And I could have sworn she already had her son. But I could swear I had my daughter before she had her son. You dig what I'm saying? I could have sworn I had my daughter before she had her son. I thought I was the first one to have a child. And so it's really tripping me out here. I could be mistaken, but I could have sworn. I don't know why it's tripping me out like that. I way could have sworn that I had my child. But I'm thinking, I don't remember having my child in that house until I moved back there years later with my whole family, with my tourists and my twins and my daughter. Other than that, I don't remember having my first child there. I don't remember carrying her around the house. I don't remember being a single mom there, or just a woman with a boyfriend there. Now, I remember being in there when I was telling tourists that I was about to be having a baby. And I was like, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. And he like, keep it. Because he already knew the deal. And he was just like, I'm still going to care about you or something like this. So, I don't know, y'all. It's kind of tripping me out. And is it making me think about like some girls or something being around in the background? So I don't know if this is like a group book, like, I don't know. Maybe somebody, I just keep picking up on whether this is this story or not. Like somebody getting hit in the head or something like this. I don't know. Anyway, but that kind of just, I don't know, I've been tripping out ever since then. You never really know a person. And hell, it's giving me like impossibles. Like, or what is they called? That movie with the parents, the cartoon, when the parents were really superhero. Hold on. What's going on? So, this is what I was thinking, y'all. I just be thinking, like, again, we have some kind of access or something granted here. The King of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles. I mean, this could be looked at as a same-sex relationship or same-sector relationship. Some access granted to two people here. All right, I'm going to pull one more. I'm seeing this Three of Swords now, okay? Like, this could be like, this could have given somebody an impediment here to not be prepared for the future, like, while everybody else, because I used to say, dang, when we was young, why our parents, you know, the only thing we would hear our parents say, hold on one second. The only thing we would hear our parents say is, don't have no babies. I mean, that's when, you know, my dad's girlfriend used to always say that to all of us. Don't have no babies or whatever like this. But I'm like, damn, they didn't teach us nothing about credit. They didn't teach us nothing about like this, how this going to affect us maybe in the future. Woo-de-woo. You know, that was just like in that small town, like what most people just, that was the fear, right? But I'm starting to think that even me being in history and the Bible and everything, is so much like on a some kind of level, I'm picking up on all this emotional turmoil or chaos or something going on around me, like scribbly. It's like scribbly clouds or something like this. But I know I'm in the wrong spot here. Like, I know I'm not, it's like I'm not in the right spot. Something is not right, right? And then it makes me think about like all these other little clips and things like used to come in my feed. Like there's a new age or something like this. You had to buy your way in. So somebody could have took somebody's grapes or somebody's something to get their way into something, and they could have been doing this with somebody else, or this could be you. Like somebody could have thought they were about to leave you out or something like this, or somebody just thought you was dumb, or you wasn't a part of this group that was supposed to move forward or something. I don't know, something just basically opened up. I don't know what this is. I don't know if somebody had to get out first. I don't know what this is. I'm just picking up on this energy here. Okay? I don't know if there's anything to stop it. Is it something I'm saying? Is it some emotions I'm feeling that's making something shift? I just feel like it's some shit going down. All right? And we do have this 3 of Wands here. So like I said, this don't have to be just my story. I'm just, you know, this could be 2 people I know going into this position. But I feel like I just felt this energy of something being opened up. Like it's almost like somebody blocked somebody and now they're unblocked. And I don't know why. It's weird. It's like if somebody didn't want me, like that's what I'm saying. It's just this fucking weird feeling, man. Like somebody tried to block somebody off from horrible things happening, so you never experience horrible things, but you sense them and you know that something has happened, and that energy has to be stored somewhere, especially if you're connected to these people in some kind of root or tree kind of way or something like this. It's like, you know, is this person that keep trying to block me or make me forget stuff or compel me to forget stuff, is it me that they protecting, or is it their own self that they're protecting? And so now we have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. And then is this somebody that wants you to be blind about some other layer that's going on here until they make a decision, or they make a decision that will affect both of you without your input in it? Like, I don't know. It's almost like, damn, I'm supposed to be leaving this earth right now or some shit like this, and I'm about to miss my bus, or I just did. Like, I would not choose to, like, I would like to explore or something. But like a group of people said, no, we're going to make sure that she don't know or whatever, so that she stay down here with us. Or maybe, like I said, this might be a once in a lifetime thing. Maybe these people messed up or did some bogus shit and they stuck here. But I was going to have a key out of here. And somebody, you know, wanted to block out the fact that somebody gave the key to somebody else and left with them, or something like this. Or, you know, was this an energy where I just was separated from the most person that I care about? Because these people are not walking around talking about this like I am online. So they could be free to possibly do things and things like this. They might think I talk too much or something like this, or I would have ruined something. But really, if, you know, come here, and that's what lovers do. So like these lover situations, people that like sleep with each other and come up with plans or build or something like this. But somebody didn't give me the opportunity to do that, to find a mate that I match with or something like this. I don't know why I just did that. Right? But something, right? And somebody might even be having something else on the side that, no, I'm not about to deal with no secondhand shit. I'm not about to deal with no third party shit. I look at that as a threat to my kingdom. You know, so I don't know if somebody trying to sneak and still keep something else on the side. Like somebody kept me blind to some horrendous shit that would have made me snap. You know, this is like not giving you free will here to choose. Now, this might even be where nobody else is really fucking with somebody on this planet but this motherfucker that now got another person. You see, they needed to find, they knew you was leaving and they just didn't want to be lonely. But at the end, they didn't let you leave, and they kept the side piece, or they kept somebody that they might be interested in pursuing something with in the future that might have somebody asked out. Like, I don't know. I be picking up on, I think, people's thoughts too. I know. So even if that's what somebody was thinking at some point in time. It's like somebody gave these people a choice or something, and I didn't get one. Whatever this is. And then all of a sudden somebody said, okay, you can come out now. Like somebody been hot. Like this could be my fucking family coming to search for me after 20 years of being separated from me, the originals. You know what I'm saying? And Somebody could have had a firmament over me where they couldn't find me. Because I could feel a masculine energy like weeping. But the energy that was coming in through Pandora and other shit was like, somebody's like, yeah, that's just the way it goes. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Somebody is trying to act like this person, somebody chose somebody else or something like this. Now, let's get this straight. I pick up on other energies that I don't even know are in my energetic field too. And I never want to get confused. That's why I've limited just opening myself up anyways. Like just being so kind to any energy that I feel or addressing any kind of movement that I feel. Because, So we got this child and this mother out, mother and child out of the cold. Hell, I don't know, somebody's mama or their wife or their child, like a wife and husband or girlfriend, boyfriend, mother and child, or a brother and sister or something like this. Like two people could be the only their kind or something left on the earth or something. All right, let's finish this. This is really a lot going on. Nobody likes to feel like it's a whole something that people are having meetings about you in a place that you've never been. That you're not invited. And people are purposely leaving you out, but it's in your blood. It's something like this, whatever this is. I see this High Priestess in reverse. A King of Pentacles could also be dealing with a High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, it's something. This Queen of Pentacles is getting this message or new information or intel, or even, like I said, looking at somebody like bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Somebody could be protecting someone's heart. Somebody could have just got like a burst of like emotions, or there was a blockage or something and somebody was able to feel you. Somebody else was feeling somebody else energetically here, getting high off somebody's energy here. But I feel like the real person just came in or something. Queen of Cups in this energy. These could be two feminine energies here. Witches or warlocks or gifted people or something. Okay? You know, this could be somebody trying to play a trick and we could flip that shit right back on around because I don't need it. Okay? I don't. If somebody is trying to say, oh, take care of these two energies for me or something, I don't think I need this, whatever this is. This, because I don't hate these people. I'm not sitting here obsessed with these people. Like I feel like they be in my energy. Not to say they're obsessed with it, but I feel like these people be in my energy or they know how to get in my energy. I don't want to be in no situationship with nobody that have an upper hand over me all the time. With whatever the fuck this is, with these upgrades, and somebody decided to keep me blocked or not let me have some upgrades. Like, I'm not trying to, I don't want to invite that shit around me. I don't know what this is. So let's see. The Church of Laodicea. And the angel of the church, at Laodicea, whatever this is, right. Thus say the Amen. And that's how it says it. She wanted to come out sideways. The faithful and true witness who is the beginning of the creation of God. A queen of rods. The beginning of the creation of God. But you gotta be careful with beginning and creation. Don't necessarily mean what you think it do. I feel like it doesn't mean the actual beginning. It means like something close to it, but not the actual. I know thy works, thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou were cold or hot. So somebody maybe was seeing you in a frozen state or something like this. Okay, somebody could have been sending some chariot energy in reverse towards you or something like this, towards your dome here. All right? And then now somebody's protecting someone or something. Like, I feel like that's what I was feeling. Somebody was trying to make me open up something here that I don't think I was responsible for closing in the first place. But maybe somebody wanted you to be measured here, your heart in the feather to be measured, and they wanted it to be heavy. So somebody could have shut up your heart or messed with your heart chakra. I mean, this could have been a test. All right? Like it says, because thou art not cold or hot, I'm about to vomit thee out of my mouth. So this could be like emotionless or people that don't have emotions or something like this. Somebody was definitely trying to get into my emotions or cause fear or something like this just a while ago. But guess what? I could feel and I think this is what somebody wanted, and I kind of know that, so I be trying to keep myself in tune. But I felt a little vulnerable briefly. I felt a heavy sense of emotion. I felt quivery like in my chest. I felt it wasn't just me like thinking about somebody if they're okay or something. I was like, it wasn't like a mournful feeling energy either. It's just like somebody hadn't been in a long time. You're unsure about something, but everybody been trying to tell you something, and you see the person, and you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe even like you go to somebody's house or something like this, and you know you ain't been over that house, but you know when you go to that house, it's a motherfucker be over there kicking it, and you know what it be like when you motherfuckers get together. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna say some clown shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's those people that be at the house, and y'all be like, bitch, we know y'all motherfuckers like each other or something like this. You know? But I still feel like somebody was trying to be like, I don't know. This could just be shade, right? Or this could be real. Like, but you know I got a girl now. You know how that song is? Fire and Desire. You know, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? You know I ain't tripping, right? And it's like, yeah, man, but I got a little, you know, I got into something a little bit, you know. But it's kind of like that feeling like, you know, there would be somebody from a different culture that be like, yeah, my mama done made me marry somebody. Or like, yeah, I was forced to go ahead and take somebody's hand, you know? It's not like, it's not like, oh yes, how's it going? I'm married now and I have 2 children. No, it's not like that. No. It's like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, with that arranged marriage shit, you know what I'm saying? They got me. Like something like this. That's the feeling. Hmm. But it's almost like that feeling like, but damn, don't he got a not a twin brother? Don't he got a clone? Can you just bring out the lineup of clones and let me see?